How's it going, everybody? I'm Brooks.
I'm Joe.
And this is another episode of Cantina Reviews.
Today we're talking about whether Thanos' plan in Infinity War is a plot hole. It's not.
So
what's happening in the world?
So basically, what's happening in the world is Joe has had this stick so far inside of him. I'm going to let him explain what his gripe is, and then we'll get into it.
Here's my gripe. Okay, so
Here's
my grapes. Ever since Infinity War came out, the big clickbait, every possible comic book, movie, website thing has to write about it is that Thanos' plan is a huge plot hole. The idea behind this, and we'll just plaster screenshots of these articles coming out of my hands everywhere. There's so many of them. There's probably that many of them that I could do a new one every time. The idea behind it is, so if you saw Infinity War, which
You probably did. If you're here.
Yeah. Thanos, his plan is to acquire all of the Infinity Stones, put them into the gauntlet, snap his fingers, and half of the universe dies. And the idea behind this, as is revealed to Doctor Strange on a very cool scene on Titan, when they do like a cool little change in scenery. Thanos is from Titan. His planet was flourishing, but then there was too many people. They ran out of resources. Everyone died. Planet sucks now. There's no one. He's the last Titan. So his idea behind extinguishing half... You kill half the universe just to save the other half, essentially. And, by wiping out... The problem is we have finite resources. We're going to run out. There's too many people. We're reproducing all the time. Definitely a real-world problem, which is what I found interesting about the movie.
Yeah, just diving into what might happen.
It's for sure a real-world situation. Now, where the plot hole comes in is, well, if you're worried about saving people, instead of killing half the people, why not double the resources in the universe so that everyone has enough? That's not a plot hole.
Yeah.
That may be, here's where my stick comes in. Is it inconsistent? Yes. Is it non-rational? Probably. Is it a plot hole in the script or in the screenplay of the movie? Absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
So whether people mean this in their articles or if it's just clickbait or whatever, but I think there's a problem with how we look at movies nowadays that like everything is considered to be a plot hole.
Yeah.
And what you're saying is it's a plot hole in the movie because the villain's plan, Thanos, the Mad Titan, he's called the Mad Titan. He's crazy. You're saying, based on a rational person's perspective, that his plan doesn't make sense. Of course not.
Yeah,
he's
that's
the villain.
The point.
That doesn't mean that the movie has a plot hole in it. That's my problem.
Sounds like there's a stick in something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know that people thought that there was an issue with it.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense.
What, his plan or the plot hole?
No, his plan.
Oh, yeah.
Like I didn't see a plot hole at all.
Well,
That's
yeah,
it's like when you brought it up, I was like, what?
It's a flawed plan, but that's because he's the crazy villain.
Yeah, because he's a flawed person.
Yeah, he's a flawed person. Yeah, exactly. It's like, take it back to Black Panther. Killmonger's plan. The idea behind it, helping our people, makes sense. Right. The execution of it is a villain's execution of a plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Take over the world to help people.
Yeah.
Same thing with Thanos. Doesn't mean it's a plot hole. And the problem with having 8 million articles, then you have all the people in the comments. Like, the problem is I'm much more in the social media than you are. Yeah. Which I should not be. But, you dig into the comments.
That's how we get our good content.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's how you get these ideas.
Yeah.
I sit on Facebook and get mad. We have to make a video. But
you become the Mad Titan.
Exactly, yeah. You go through the comments and you're like, yeah, lazy screenwriting. All the movie experts.
Yeah.
But, not saying that we are, but it's not a plot hole because a rational person can see a flaw in the villain's plan.
Right.
It's just, he's the villain. He's the Mad Titan. He has these intentions, they're misguided. That's what makes him the bad guy.
Right.
Also,
Also,
if you want to get super duper technical,
ooh.
I would argue that doubling the resources in the long run is not going to save anything. Because if you double the resources,
You're only
it's going
doubling
to
the
lead to
time
more reproduction.
Right.
So you're going to have the same problem eventually anyway. So I don't even think, say it is a plot hole. I don't think doubling their resources fixes it. Because you're going to have the same problem eventually.
Right.
Because it's just going to, with more people living and more people, whatever, benefiting from these extra resources, you're just going to lead to more reproduction and more people anyway, and then eventually you're going to have the same problem.
Right.
So yeah, that was my...
That was the shtick.
Stick removed.
Stick removed. It's on the table. So nice little quick one for you guys.
Yeah. Let us know if you think that. Actually, don't let us know if you think that.
If you think that, you one person that watches this. So once again, I'm Brooks.
I'm Joe.
And this has been another episode of Cantina Reviews. Subscribe.
Today we're asking... today we're talking about whether... oh my god.
Shake it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 oh.